Thinking about spending $1,000 on all-terrain tires? Watch this first. This isn't about how they look or how loud they are. It's about how fast they can stop. I tested 14 of the most popular all-terrain tires on real roads, and the results were shocking. Some tires needed up to 20% more distance to stop in the rain. So today, I'm going to show you the 9 best all-terrain tires for everyday driving. At the end, I'll also reveal the 5 worst ones, and you might be driving on them right now. Let's get started. Number 1, Firestone Destination All-Terrain 2. This tire combines comfort, safety, and off-road ability better than almost any other tire in this group. On the road, it feels stable and predictable. Steering is responsive, corners are smooth, and wet braking is excellent, giving extra confidence in rain or sudden stops. Cabin noise is low, and the ride absorbs bumps well, making long drives more enjoyable. Off-road, the Firestone performs just as impressively. Gravel, dirt, and light trails are handled with solid grip and control. Unlike some tires that feel stiff off-road, the Firestone keeps the ride balanced and comfortable, so you don't feel every rock or bump. Its tread design gives good traction without sacrificing road manners, making it ideal for drivers who split their time between streets and trails. Fuel efficiency is also solid for an all-terrain tire. Overall, it offers one of the most well-rounded experiences. Quiet comfort, predictable handling, and reliable off-road capability. For drivers who want a tire that does it all, the Firestone Destination All-Terrain 2 is the clear choice. It even competes closely with Goodyear in performance. If you want to see which tires outperform Michelin and Goodyear, check out our video Tire Brands That Beat Michelin and Goodyear. Click the link above to see the full comparison. The 5 all-terrain tires to avoid. Number 5, Nitto Ridge Grappler. Although it looks aggressive, it underperforms in key areas. Wet handling can feel unpredictable, braking distances are long, and cabin noise is high. Comfort is rough even on smooth roads, and fuel economy suffers due to high rolling resistance. Off-road, it grips loose dirt or mud but struggles on rocks and uneven surfaces, requiring constant corrections. Number 4, Falken Wild Peak S/T Trail. On-road performance is weak. Wet braking and cornering feel uncertain, and the tire tends to understeer. Cabin comfort is poor, noisy and harsh, and fuel efficiency is lower than many competitors. Off-road performance is limited, traction is inconsistent on mud, rocks, or uneven trails. Number 3, General Grabber ATX. On wet roads, it feels unpredictable with long braking distances and slow handling. Cabin noise is loud, and bumps are amplified, making long drives tiring. Fuel economy is low, and off-road traction is inconsistent. The rear end may slide on rough trails, which can become unsafe. Number 2, Cooper Discoverer AT3. Despite its aggressive look, the AT3 struggles on wet or slick roads, with long stopping distances and unpredictable cornering. Noise is loud and high-pitched, and the ride is harsh. Fuel efficiency is lower due to high rolling resistance, and off-road traction is inconsistent on uneven surfaces. Number 1, Kumho Road Venture AT51. This tire looks tough, but it fails almost everywhere in real-world use. Wet grip is poor, stopping distances are long, and steering feels slow and sloppy on dry roads. Cabin comfort is low, with high noise and a stiff, bouncy ride. Fuel efficiency suffers, and off-road performance is weak, it struggles on loose dirt, gravel, or mud. The AT51 misses the mark in safety, comfort, efficiency, and off-road ability. It may seem budget-friendly, but it creates more problems than it solves. Even the best all-terrain tire can feel terrible if you choose the wrong profile. Too low, and you risk damage. Too high, and you lose control. Most people still believe outdated myths about this. Click the link below to find out which tire actually works. Number 2, Continental Terrain Contact S/T. This tire is made to handle both wet and dry roads confidently, giving drivers peace of mind every day. On paved roads, it feels stable and responsive. Steering is precise, and corners are handled smoothly. Wet braking is among the best in this group, helping you stop faster on slick roads. Inside the cabin, noise is low, and the ride is comfortable, perfect for commuting or long trips. Off-road, the Continental isn't just for looks. It performs well on light trails, dirt paths, and gravel. The tread grips securely, and the tire stays stable even on shifting surfaces. It's not the most aggressive off-road tire, but it's predictable and dependable, ideal for drivers who mostly stay on roads but want a tire ready for weekend adventures. Fuel efficiency is good for an all-terrain tire, so it won't cost you extra at the pump. Overall, this tire balances comfort, safety, and off-road performance very well. So why isn't it number 1? There's one tire that goes a step further, offering an even smoother and quieter ride while still keeping excellent off-road ability. Next, we reveal the number 1 all-terrain tire for everyday use, the ultimate pick for drivers who want it all. Number 3, Goodyear Wrangler All-Terrain Adventure. This tire combines a bold, aggressive tread design with a surprisingly smooth ride on the road. On highways and city streets, it handles corners with confidence and responds quickly to steering. In wet conditions, braking and traction are strong, helping you stay in control during rain or slippery weather. Inside the vehicle, road noise stays at a moderate level. For a tire with this kind of off-road look, it's impressively comfortable on long drives. Off the pavement is where the Goodyear really stands out. It grips well on gravel, dirt roads, and light trails. The tread bites into loose surfaces without making the ride feel rough, giving you confidence in most light off-road situations. Ride comfort is another strong point. It absorbs bumps well, supports the suspension nicely, and doesn't cause unnecessary vibrations inside the cabin. Fuel efficiency is about average, but most drivers see that as a fair trade-off for a tire that performs reliably both on and off the road. Even so, it's not quite number 1. The top 2 tires deliver slightly better wet performance, braking, and overall smoothness, and that's what puts them ahead. Number 4, Toyo Open Country All-Terrain 3. This tire improves in areas where the BF Goodrich was strong off-road but a bit loud and rough on pavement. On regular roads, the Toyo feels balanced and confident, especially when cornering. The steering feels steady and controlled. In rainy conditions, it grips the road well and helps you slow down safely. That kind of wet performance is important, whether you're driving in town or on the highway. Once you leave the pavement, this tire really shows its strength. On gravel and dirt, the tread pattern digs in and provides solid traction. It makes light trails feel more predictable and stays stable even when the surface becomes loose or uneven. Inside the truck, the ride is comfortable, and road noise is lower than many aggressive all-terrain tires. That's a big advantage for drivers who use their vehicle daily, for work, family trips, or long drives. It's not the best in rolling resistance, so it may use slightly more fuel than smoother, road-focused tires. But many drivers feel that the added traction and comfort are worth it. The next tire on the list delivers even sharper handling and an even smoother overall ride. Number 5, BF Goodrich Trail Terrain T/A. This is one of the most popular off-road tires in the US. So you might be wondering, why isn't it ranked higher? The reason is simple. While this tire is excellent on dirt, gravel, and off-road trails, it's not as refined on paved roads as the tires ranked above it. On the highway, the BF Goodrich Trail Terrain T/A feels strong and stable. But it is a bit louder than more road-focused tires. You'll hear more tread noise inside the cabin, especially at higher speeds. It handles bumps well, but it's not as smooth as the Yokohama or Travelstar we mentioned earlier. Where this tire truly stands out is off-road. On loose gravel, dirt paths, and uneven ground, it grips extremely well. The tread design is built for rough terrain, giving you confidence when you leave the pavement. Even in mud or loose sand, it remains controlled and predictable. On wet pavement, braking and handling are decent, but you can feel that it's not as sharp as the top road-focused performers. Fuel economy may also be slightly lower because the aggressive tread increases rolling resistance. If you spend a lot of time off-road and want a tire that performs well on trails without giving up road use completely, this is a strong choice. But what if you want similar off-road confidence with better braking on pavement, sharper steering, and less highway noise? That's where the next tire comes in. And this is where the balance really starts to shift. Number 6, Pirelli Scorpion All-Terrain Plus. This tire offers a great balance between everyday driving and light off-road use. It's a popular choice for drivers who want one tire that can handle a bit of everything. On paved roads, the Pirelli feels steady and confident. It grips well in dry conditions and doesn't feel jumpy or unpredictable. In the rain, it also performs well, providing solid traction and braking on wet pavement. That extra grip can help you feel safer on rainy days. When we tested it on gravel and dirt, the Scorpion All-Terrain Plus continued to perform well. Its tread design helps it grip loose surfaces and maintain control without too much sliding. It's not the most aggressive off-road tire, but it handles light trails and dirt roads with ease. We also noticed its fuel efficiency. This tire has relatively low rolling resistance, which means your engine doesn't have to work as hard to keep the vehicle moving. Over time, that can help improve gas mileage. Something most drivers appreciate. Inside the cabin, the ride felt smooth and comfortable. Road noise stayed at a reasonable level, even on rough pavement. If you want a tire that feels dependable on the highway and capable on light off-road paths, this is a strong option. If you found this helpful, hit like, share it with someone shopping for tires, and subscribe for more real-world tire tests and car advice. Number 7, Yokohama Geolandar All-Terrain G015. This tire has a smoother and less aggressive look than many other all-terrain tires. It's made for drivers who want a quiet and comfortable ride every day. One of the first things we noticed was how comfortable it felt on paved roads. Inside the truck, the cabin was much quieter compared to many of the other tires on this list. That means less road noise on long highway drives or during slow city trips, something many drivers really appreciate. In wet conditions, this tire performed well. It handled rain and slippery roads with confidence, which is a big advantage if you live in an area with frequent rain. However, its off-road and gravel performance was average. It handled rough and loose surfaces reasonably well, but it didn't offer the strong grip you get from more aggressive all-terrain tires. Still, if most of your driving is on paved roads with only light off-road use, this tire does the job just fine. One area where it wasn't as strong was rolling resistance, which affects how easily your vehicle moves down the road. Higher rolling resistance can slightly reduce fuel economy. As we move higher on the list, the next tire delivers stronger performance both on the road and off-road, and you won't want to miss it. Number 8, Travelstar EcoPath 80. At first glance, this tire looks pretty basic. But it surprised us in a few ways. During our wet tests, the Travelstar did something many tires struggle with: it handled deep water very well. In our hydroplaning test, it stayed stable and kept its grip, even when other tires might start to lose control. That's important because standing water on the road can quickly become dangerous. However, when we looked at its overall performance, it wasn't as strong in some areas. In wet braking and wet cornering tests, it didn't stop as quickly or turn as sharply as some of its competitors. This means it may take a bit longer to stop in the rain and might not feel as confident when turning at higher speeds. We also noticed the noise and comfort levels. Inside the cabin, the Travelstar was louder and felt rougher than many of the other tires on our list. On long drives, that extra noise and vibration can become noticeable. So, the Travelstar EcoPath 80 performs well in deep water and heavy rain. But it doesn't deliver the smooth and quiet driving experience that many drivers prefer. And if you found that interesting, the next tire offers a very different kind of performance, especially for drivers who care about road comfort. Number 9, Nitto Terra Grappler G2. Before you get confused, yes, this tire made the top 9 list. But it ranks at the bottom of the group. That means it's still a good tire to consider, just not as strong as the others above it. The Terra Grappler G2 is a well-known and trusted tire. It has large tread blocks that help it grip dirt and gravel better than regular road tires. It also has a tough, rugged look that makes your truck or SUV look more adventure-ready. On dry roads, it performs well. The steering feels steady and predictable during normal driving. But in our wet grip and braking tests, this tire struggled. Compared to the others in our lineup, it needed a longer distance to stop on wet roads. That's important, especially if you drive in rainy conditions. It also felt less stable when turning on slippery roads, meaning it didn't inspire as much confidence in wet corners. So while it offers strong dry performance and a bold look, the next tire on this list performs better, especially when the road is wet and safety matters most. And this is where things start to get interesting.